What's going on? Welcome back to the Built Bodies podcast. Today, we're talking about something that every high performing man struggles with, but almost nobody actually understands it. It's a little bit taboo. It's weekend guilt. Not overeating, not having a drink, not going out, not Shabbat dinners if you're Jewish. Guilt. That is the real killer of results. If you're the kind of guy who does great Monday through Friday and you track, you eat clean, you stay consistent, but the weekend hits and suddenly you feel like you blew it, this episode is going to hit you like a truck because the truth is this. It's not the meal that ruins your progress, it's your reaction to that meal. And today I'm going to break down why this pattern is sabotaging your fat loss, how to break out of it, and how our set point reset system helps men build a body they're proud of without giving up their real life. Let's dive right in. All right, so I want you to picture this. You start your weekend strong, okay? Or rather, your week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you are dialed in. You're tracking, you're training, you're eating well, you feel in control. Then Friday rolls around, and maybe you had a long week, you grab dinner with friends, or you sit down for Friday night dinner with your family. There's challah, wine, dessert, the whole thing, okay? And mid-meal, that little voice creeps in and says, damn, I messed up. I blew it. I shouldn't have done that. Wow, that was a lot of food. Then the guilt comes in, the shame. And then the I'll get back on track Monday voice also appears. And before you know it, Saturday becomes a free-for-all, Sunday becomes a wash, and Monday, instead of being proud that you lived your life, you start the week feeling behind. Does that sound familiar? Here's the truth. The meal didn't ruin your progress. The guilt did. Let me say that again, because this is what most men have a very hard time understanding. One meal can't ruin a transformation, but guilt can ruin an entire weekend. And a ruined weekend can ruin your momentum, and ruined momentum can ruin your identity. That's the real problem. Here's what I've seen after coaching hundreds of guys, 623 guys just like yourself. The men who struggle the most with guilt are the successful ones. This is no surprise to me, but these are the type of guys who run teams, the men who provide for their families, the men who are leaders, the men who are used to winning. They have a very high standard for themselves. And here's why. You're addicted to perfection. You think if you're not 100% on plan, then you failed. You think that if you ate something unplanned, you lost discipline for some reason. You think one untracked meal means that you messed up the whole week. It's black and white thinking. Good versus bad, success versus failure. But fitness doesn't work like that. Your metabolism doesn't work like that. Okay? Results definitely don't work like that. Let me give you a reframe. Your body isn't judging your meals. Only you are. So a burger is just macros. A donut is just carbs and fat. Shabbat dinner is just a meal with your family. Food isn't moral. Food isn't good or bad. Food is just a data point. But we attach emotion to it, especially guilt, and that's what drives this downward spiral. And here's the real reason that you feel guilty. You never learned how to recover from a high-calorie meal. You only learned how to punish yourself for it. As kids, we're taught, don't mess up, don't eat that, be disciplined, start over next week. No one ever taught you, have the meal, enjoy it, and get back on track the next day. That's the skill that you're missing, and that leads us right into the solution. So let me walk you through exactly how to break this pattern permanently that's in your head. Step one is to neutralize the narrative in your head. And this is huge. We have to stop judging the food. A higher calorie meal doesn't mean failure. It means you're a human being who eats with his family, friends, coworkers, just like every other successful guy on the planet. Detach the emotion, see the meal for what it is, information. Step two, expect imperfection. The weekend isn't your problem. Your expectations of the weekend are the problem. You're planning for a perfect week in an imperfect world. Life happens, dinners happen, birthdays happen, travel happens. Instead of avoiding these, you need a plan that includes these things. Step 3, the Saturday reset rule. This is our signature rule inside of Built Bodies. The faster you reset your decisions, the faster your body resets. So you overeat Friday night, cool. Drink water, hit your protein, hit your steps, and get right back on track Saturday, okay? Not Monday, Saturday. A higher calorie Friday followed by a normal Saturday equals 0 damage. A higher calorie Friday followed by a binge Saturday plus Sunday equals progress that is pretty much destroyed at that point. We can't really make progress off that cadence there. And it's not the meal, it's this delay. Step 4 is the identity shift, okay? I'm a man who always resets fast. That's really what I want you to feel in your bones, okay? I'm not successful with fitness because I'm the most consistent. I just always get back on track whenever I do something that isn't aligned with my fitness goals. Now let's talk about how we actually build this skill inside of our coaching program, because this is what we have direct experience with. Most guys try to solve the weekend guilt with more restriction, more rules, more discipline, eliminating carbs, cutting alcohol, avoiding social events altogether, and they end up miserable or binging or giving up. And what we do is completely different because we use a system that we call the set point reset method. It's designed specifically for high performing guys who want results without sacrificing their life. And here's a little bit of a preview as to how this works. And you can take this information and start doing this yourself. Phase 1 is a metabolic priming phase where we teach your metabolism how to handle real life. And this is where you learn how to eat flexibly, handle the weekends, remove guilt, remove any ill intentions that you have, rebuild consistency, how to stop starting over. And most men skip this step. That's why they stay stuck. We do this through increasing food through this time. Phase 2 is fat loss. Now that your metabolism is responsive, it's stable, we drop body fat without extreme dieting. Okay, so you get lean without starving, cutting carbs, living at the gym, doing 6 workouts a week, avoiding dinners out, or feeling punished. You finally see visible progress because you're consistent all 7 days, not just 5. Phase 3 is the set point stabilization, okay? And this is really the game changer here because this is where you lock in your new body. So you don't rebound, you don't regain the weight, you don't fall back into the weekend self-sabotage ever again, okay? Your new habits become automatic, your body becomes very aware of your new normal, your weekends stop being stressful, and just start being the weekends, okay? And this is why our clients not only lose fat, but they keep it off. So here's the takeaway from today's episode. You don't need a stricter diet, okay? You don't need more discipline. You don't need to eliminate weekends from your life. You need a system that matches the life that you actually live. Weekend guilt is optional. Inconsistency is optional. Starting over every Monday is optional. These are not things that you have to live your life by. And if you're a man who's been stuck in this loop for years, if you're tired of feeling good all week and ashamed all weekend, if you want to finally build a body that reflects the man that you are, this is what I help men do every single day. And you deserve to feel confident not only about your work and your other parts of your life, but about your physique and about your body too. You deserve that control. Okay, you deserve a body that you're proud of. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you're one of these guys that are interested in working with us, please click the link down below to get in contact with us and we can go from there. Thank you guys so much for listening.